I'm gonna read from I initially was gonna read from a story called Rainstorm, but it's kind of sad, and I didn't want to be sad with all the stuff going on in the world. I wanted something
Yeah.
more fun and happy. So I'm gonna read from a short story that is a Halloween story, but it combines three of my books. It brings characters together from the book Attic series and then the organization universe and then also from my very first book, Love Forever, Live Forever. And it's called Witches, Vampires, and Shifters. Oh my. And it has my favorite character, Val, in it from the organization because she's such a badass. With her hip resting against the kitchen counter, Val waited patiently for the tiny human to settle on the chair. When her small legs began to swing, Val knew her daughter was ready to start the day. Anticipating the first question, she looked down. Pepper was entirely too advanced for her age, and it didn't help that brilliant women surrounded her. However, Val was not one of them. An unhealthy breakfast was their ritual, something that had started in her second year. Breakfast with Mama V, while Mama G slept in. Even after Gina had chastised her for the other tradition of ice cream on Halloween holiday breakfasts, sleeping in had won out. Can we have ice cream for breakfast tomorrow? Pepper looked at Val through her long lashes. With her pale gray eyes and dark curls, she would indeed develop into a beauty that would challenge Val's overprotective side. At only 6, she was already charming everyone around her, including Val. The fact that Pepper had gotten her pale gray eyes from her father, which had never affected Gina's love for her daughter, was a testament to her wife's strength. Gina never let that distinctive feature remind her of the fateful night her ex-husband brutally assaulted her, which resulted in Pepper's conception. Instead, when the color of Pepper's eyes became apparent, Gina exclaimed, "Oh, Val, she has your eyes. I was hoping they would develop the same shade as yours." Val knew this was Gina's way of making Val feel as though she was every bit a part of the new life, regardless of biology. And it did. Pepper, you know the deal we made with Mommy G, only on holidays. Val allowed herself to smile at her daughter. None of her fellow agents or those pesky witches and magicians were around to tease her when she was just the two of them. She had a reputation to maintain. People were comfortable knowing that Val, the badass, was protecting them. And if they saw her softer side, they might feel less inclined to go about their business as if nobody was out to get them. Halloween is a holiday. Pepper crossed her arms and pushed her lips out. Who told you that? You know we only count the major holidays, like Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, and the 4th of July when everyone celebrates. That was the deal. Mama G will murder me if I let you expand the days. She will not. She loves you and you love me. Can Aunt Amara take me trick-or-treating tomorrow? Val frowned. Why? You don't want me to take you? I want you to come too, but Aunt Tony says Aunt Amara is a real witch, so she'll know the lay of the land. What's lay of the land mean, Mama V? Pepper tilted her head. Lay of the land is like when I scope out one of those bad man warehouses to find their strong and weak points. Val never thought twice about explaining what she and the other agents did to keep the world safe. Pepper continued her argument. You always want to stay here in the compound, and I'm old enough to go outside now. You promised to take me outside to the new neighborhood a few miles from the cabin when I got bigger. Those houses are enormous. I bet they have good candy. We'll see. And that's not true. Remember when your Mama G brought you to California and we went to the zoo and Disneyland? Big effing deal, Pepper pouted. That was 2 trips out of my whole life. Val had to hold back the laugh. She really needed to talk to Gina about changing schools. Pepper was getting a mouth on her. Val was sure she had learned that in school. Pepper, language. I didn't say the bad word, not like you who says the bad word all the time, Pepper defended. Val sighed. The cabin above our compound helps protect our location. You know that. If we venture out too far, it's dangerous. Amara might be a real witch, but she's also a big pain in my pop